everyone, welcome in a new daily markets outlook. Today is Wednesday, the 5th of October, and this video is brought to you by the market research team at OnePro. Today, we're going to have a quick look on the markets. Basically, the markets are a bit soft by the beginning of the European session. So let's start with the economic agenda for today. And basically, we can see that the Chinese markets were still closed for the national holiday. As we mentioned, it's the Golden Week, so we should expect that the full week will be off in the Chinese markets. We had the Reserve Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision. They basically met market expectations by hiking interest rates with only 50 basis points. This basically supported the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar, as we will see on the charts in a minute. Going forward, we will be having some data from Great Britain, including the PMI or the Purchasing Managers Index, both the composite as well as the services from the Great Britain. And today we're going to have the ADP non-farm employment change for the month of September, which is basically just a guess of the upcoming NFP or non-farm payrolls expected on this Friday, the 7th. And basically, we also have the crude oil inventories and the ISM non-manufacturing PMI numbers from the US economy, which is lower on the importance scale. Today, we also have the OPEC Plus meeting to discuss the oil markets and probably cut the supply or the daily production with 1 million barrels per day. Basically, the oil markets are a bit volatile at the moment, so we will catch up and see what will happen after the meeting going forward. Let's start having a quick look on the charts. Basically, we mentioned yesterday that the dollar was expected to see more retracement and more weakness during yesterday's trading sessions. We had our targets set around the 110.56 roughly, which was basically a support during yesterday's trading sessions. Today, we reached this target. We are trading just around those levels. However, I do believe that the break below this support was basically a false break. So this one to me is a false break. We can see this clearly on the 4-hour time frame. The momentum here is having a bullish divergence, which means that we might see an upward move on the dollar index during the day. And our targets on the 4-hour time frame should be set around the 112.54. This basically is a target. I don't believe that we will reach this target today. However, on the short term, during the next couple of days, the 112.54 points on the dollar index is something that we will be looking for. The exact opposite will happen on the euro versus the US dollar. We had two dark targets yesterday, or a 0.99 and the 0.9950 roughly, or 44. We reached both targets, a break above. Another false break to the upside again is currently taking place. And yes, we are expecting a downward move. On the opposite side, we have a bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame on the momentum indicators for the euro. So basically, the targets on the euro versus the US dollar should be around the 0.9757 as well. The same as well goes for the pound. We reached the target. Another brief fake breakout or a false breakout to the upside. Momentum is already losing, or the pair is already losing momentum on the 4-hour time frame. And yes, again, the pound should target the levels of 1.1090 roughly, or let's be more clear, it should be around 1.11 on the pound versus the US dollar. Again, this is a short-term target. Having a look on the gold, basically gold was one of the few, or basically it was the only financial asset that we mentioned in yesterday's video that it didn't reach the target. We were trading around the $1710 per ounce. We had our targets around 1731. We didn't yet reach this level. However, the gold on the 4-hour time frame is showing no bearish divergence so far. So we might expect a pullback, which is a good opportunity to go long on the gold trading on the short term, and we still have our targets around 1731. So during the day, we might retrace back to 1710 or 1715. Whenever the retracement concludes, we will be having our entry or long positions added one more time to target the levels of 1730. The oil also reached the target. However, Today, we will not be having any targets set on the US crude oil as we are expecting and waiting for the outcome from the OPEC Plus meeting. That was all for today's daily market outlook. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned for another videos. Goodbye.